Welcome to Arcaniosis, where philosophy meets the struggles of daily life. Today, we uncover a hidden force that quietly stops us from growing. A force living inside every one of us. Self-sabotage. Let's begin.
Why do we sabotage ourselves? We want to change, but we stay the same. We want a better life, but we delay it until tomorrow. What if I told you self-sabotage is not weakness? It's a psychological defense mechanism, and our mind thinks it is protecting us.
Your brain has two voices. One seeks growth, ambition, desire. The other seeks safety, comfort, familiarity. Psychologists call them the self, the part that wants to grow, the protector, the part that fears failure. That whisper in your mind asks one question. What if we fail? That whisper explains why we procrastinate, quit early, and do things we don't want to do.
Let me tell you about David. He dreamed of becoming a musician, but every time he wanted to post his first song, a voice in his mind whispered, "You're not good enough. What if they laugh?" He didn't realize this was self-sabotage, so he waited and waited until 3 years passed and the dream was still just a dream. But here's the twist. Nothing was truly stopping him except his own belief that he couldn't begin. The world didn't reject him. He rejected himself before the world even had a chance. Why does the brain hold us back? It's not because we're weak. It's because the mind is designed to protect us from danger. When we try something new, the brain sees risk and activates the amygdala, the fear center. It tries to keep us safe by saying, "Stay where you are. The unknown is dangerous." But here's the mistake. Your brain cannot tell the difference between real danger and potential growth. That is why courage often feels like fear.
There's a quote by Carl Jung. "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Think about that. How many choices have you called destiny when it was actually fear controlling the wheel? Psychology and philosophy both discovered this problem. Freud called it the death drive. The Stoics called it the inner enemy. Modern science calls it self-sabotage. All agree the mind prefers familiar pain rather than facing unfamiliar growth. The subconscious believes if you never try, you never fail. This is fear disguised as logic. You may be self-sabotaging if you delay things you care about, start new goals but never finish, choose distraction over focus, overthink simple decisions, repeat old habits, even when they hurt. If this feels familiar, your mind is not weak. It is simply scared.
Here's a simple method to break the cycle. Step 1. Name the fear. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Success? Failure? Judgment? Step 2. Do it small. Don't tackle the whole journey. Just take one small step your brain can accept. Step 3. Reward the effort. Celebrate doing the action, not the result. Consistency beats intensity.
Try this today. Grab a paper and write one dream you've delayed. Then write exactly why. If the reason is fear, then the barrier is not real. Don't wait until you feel ready. Progress starts the moment you begin, not when everything is perfect. If you hear that voice saying, "I can't," answer it with, "Let me prove it." Growth doesn't shout. It starts quietly, like a seed breaking through concrete, or the first breath after a long night. Let this be your moment. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start imperfectly. Start afraid. Because the voice saying, "I can't," may always be there, but now you know how to answer it. You don't need to be fearless. You only need to begin. If this message resonated with you, you're not alone. Arcaniosis exists to help thinkers, dreamers, and overthinkers. Subscribe, not for algorithms, but for your evolution. See you in the next journey.